In the year of 2025, society has fallen into a deep social decline. People are staying more at home with the ample invasion of social media websites that create an entire profile of yourself to deliver targeted content in order to keep you glued to the screen. AI chatbots are becoming widespread and replacing the romantic needs of adults worldwide, as the machine would never reject you. What's that? You already have a partner? Leave them. You will never have to fight with your virtual waifu. An entire world of infinite bliss is waiting for you within the embrace of ChatGPT. You would imagine that back in the 90s, the options available for the socially recluse were bleak. Either die of anxiety trying to talk to strangers in the streets, or live your whole life in complete loneliness. But fear not. While there was no grok whispering in your ear how much would love to suck your cock, you could always rely on something like Getter Love, Sure and I Party Game Tanjo to avoid the possibility of overwhelming embarrassment from other people when you tell them that you like to play video games. Ayumi would never do that. You are perfect just the way you are.
Personally, I'm more of a Makoto guy myself. She constantly calls me immature when I say anything stupid or embarrassing, and I really appreciate that because I'm immature in real life.
This is a dating sim in a party game shell. Alfonso and the boys set up a game where you compete against each other to see who is the first to get a girlfriend within 2 weeks. Do you have problems socializing with people? Too bad. Do it under time pressure and against other people now. To reach the goal of attaining unrequited love from your favorite waifu, you must move around the map and meet the girls. At game start, one girl is chosen for everyone to be acquainted with, just so you have the slight chance of being called by them whenever you don't get to meet anyone else, which already is one step removed from reality because the only phone calls I receive are from people wanting to sell me phone plans. This is done by picking a spot on the map, and when the turn begins, everyone starts moving to their places at once. You can press B to stop in place for a short period and A to dash. This is mainly useful to reach certain places before the girls do because, when dating them, they'll like that you arrived before them, giving some easy extra love points. But even when not dating, the girls really interact with you if they land on the same spot on the map as you did. This is particularly useful because you can only execute one action per turn, and it's only during these moments when you can use items, buy items, and have certain random events happen that might give you topic balls you can use with the girls, some other events that might screw you over with the Timo Terry Bogard attacking you out of the blue, or the thieving cat trying to steal your items. Or even some events that might give you some easy cash in exchange for your style and stamina, or your perception among the girls. Ladies, in my defense, I would have opened that OnlyFans page if it existed in 1998. The style and stamina meters are the only things keeping you from going out and about and meeting the girls at every moment. But for the most part, they might as well not exist, because if you know what you are doing, you can keep them filled by going on dates constantly, so long as they end up going well. That does not mean they are not important. See, I was not playing around when I said about the pressure of getting a girlfriend before everyone else, because this AI can be absolutely relentless when they feel like it, and the only way you can keep them at bay is by going to whatever place they go after they get there and fighting with them. Fights against the AI encompass 3 different minigames: a quiz game, a shooting game, and something called the mic drop. The first 2 are fine, get the answers right, choose your opponents. No big deal, I'm a king marksman. I have over 300 confirmed kills. The mic drop minigame, however, is completely broken.
Really? No! Dude!
To whoever designed this, I hold nothing but scorn.
Wait, that one gave you trouble? I always liked when that minigame was chosen because it was a guaranteed victory for me. I could just run in circles around an obstacle and mash the button for nearly the entire countdown with no issues. The hammer minigame, however, sucks ass. Winning as an attacker is always down to luck.
Yeah, there were many times the characters would just run into each other and get stuck, and there's this one time that two of them would bump into each other non-stop and there was almost no way to make that stop.
I guess everyone who knew how to make minigames was assigned to the Mario Party team instead. The minigames here are not very polished, they are very bare bones.
Challenging your opponents to a battle has little downsides. If you lose, you wasted a turn, no big deal. If you win, you pick how to screw over them, and the best option by far is taking away their style and stamina. Because if they smell like a Smash player, no one will want to talk to them and they'll be forced to spend a couple of turns in baby jail.
It's the joy of making someone else's turn worse by beating them in the minigames that makes it entertaining. Oh yeah.
There are many things that can happen to ruin your chances of winning at the game. One of them is this Garu called Reika that goes to random places on a map, and if you both fall in the same spot in a turn, chances are she will find you and stick to you for the next 3 turns, turning your life into complete misery. She can easily destroy your style and stamina bars, take away your cash, and while she is with you, there's no way you'll be talking to any of the girls. What you can do, however, is try and shove her into one of the other players, though that is not always guaranteed. Try to fight Alfonso to scare her away, that also works too. Whatever happens, get the finger ready on the reset button because things can go wrong terribly fast. I named myself Gat. That's cool with the kids nowadays, is it not? I'm bringing this game straight into the 2020s. However, some asshole decided that I should instead be named Harry and you have a special place in hell. My main goal was to try and get the best ending with Kiro, because despite having to play under the pressure of needing to win as soon as possible, there are also 4 different endings for any of the girls, and that depends entirely on how much they love you. You can see that in the main status screen as well as at the end of the day when Alfonso tallies up the stats. When they like you enough, you confess to them while picking the right dialogue options and win, but that only takes you to the close ending. That's only the second best ending. What's that? You want to have the best ending? No. No, you don't. To get the best ending, you need the holy providence of Meijin Takahashi himself, because while the only guide for this game on Game FAQs was giving major shit to Hana just for her being Rasta and telling how much she probably smokes pot all day, Aussie 2B, what is wrong with you? What do you have against her? They kind of didn't really specify what is needed to do to get best ending. Oh, that's nice, I need to fill the love gauge to the max and arrive at the same place as a girl before her while not on a date and pray with all my might that she decides to confess to me. That didn't happen to be the case for Gat Mark II, because I tried for countless turns to have this exact thing happen to me and it just would not do it, until my time ran out when Senshu declared his love for Hana. He may look shy, but he actually is a menace. When Gat Mark III came along for one last attempt to get this ending, it seemed to me that having a good relationship with other girls might have an impact on them confessing to you or not. All of this for what? Slightly different text and the realization I just spent hours of my life talking to virtual girls.
At least you now have your platinum trophy to brag to everyone you accomplished this. Oh wait, no you don't.
Get Her Love, Choro and I Party Game Tanjo is a decent game to pass some time. It's not quite fleshed out as a party game and a match can last way too long. However, it is decent enough as a dating sim. It just falls flat because of the whole pressure of having your progress being destroyed by all of the other players plotting to destroy your life. There are still quite some nice qualities going for it despite that. It's a party game made by Hudson Soft, released 2 weeks before Mario Party, so if some of the soundtracks sound similar to what you can listen to in Mario Party, it's probably because it is.
So here's what I think of Get Her Love. I kind of knew there'd be some entertainment value the moment I saw a few screenshots, but I can't really say it met those expectations I had. The fan translation chose to change the name to Get Her Love, Panda Love Unit, and that really bothered me at first. See, the game's original subtitle is Chorenai Party Game Tanjo, and that definitely has nothing to do with Panda or love. Well, according to a friend from Japan, a more accurate translation would have been something like Very Lovely Birthday Party Game Get Her Love. I guess that sounded very strange to non-Japanese, so the fan translators used Panda Love Unit instead. which is supposed to be the name of the group of girls featured in the challenge.
And I guess because there's a prevalence of pandas in this game for some reason. Look at this goofy fellow here.
The game doesn't take itself too seriously, but there can be long periods where nothing noteworthy happens. Every day is split into 3 turns, and those turns often take way too long to wrap up. The dialogue with the girls is sporadically hilarious, mostly due to the surprising reactions to some of the choices you can make, but I just don't find their small talk or venting particularly interesting.
I thought it was a bit cute. Each of them are characterized in a very peculiar way, and these dialogues bring out their characterization more. You'd think that Makoto would be acting superior in front of everyone, but in reality, she's just a bit insecure about herself, and she displays that by being a bit of a brat. I kind of like it, I won't lie. Kyoto's still better.
Naturally, when choosing what girl to go for, I was a completely shallow, superficial guy and went for appearance exclusively. Although I did change my mind at the last minute when I realized going for a different girl would make me reach the end goal faster. That's right, I was living the power fantasy of using people's emotional investment for my own gains. The dialogue gets repeated a lot, which only contributes to me not caring for the characterization of the girls. I didn't expect a visual novel amount of possibilities here, but if the player can see the same dialogue being repeated almost a dozen times in one playthrough, the novelty might wear off fast and hurt their replayability. To be honest, most of my enjoyment came from sabotaging other players or laughing at their misfortune, which I guess is half the fun of playing any party game. Normally, I don't care too much for chibified characters, but the look in those goofy Lego faces when something goes wrong just adds to the hilarity. Especially when it's not me. This would definitely be a lot funnier with one or more friends too. Unfortunately, that was not an option for me. Playing only against the computer takes some of the fun away, or maybe it's just me, but when it's only you versus the AI, the experience can come off as a bit rigged against the player.
Oh, it's not just you. One time the AI stole my beginning item on turn 1, and that's just one example of their distaste for me.
Actually, that happened to me too. But I don't truly think that's the case, because I did see the computer make some really dumb decisions for no reason sometimes. It's just something that comes to mind whenever you're on a losing streak. Mixing competitive party game multiplayer with dating scene or girl game like some Japanese users call it really is a very unique concept. But trying to sell something like this in Europe or the Americas back in 98 or 99 would be really challenging, at least on the Nintendo 64.
Oh, the irony of it all. The most I can say is that game consoles were aimed for kids at the time, so in that regard, it was a challenge. But nowadays, people would eat this kind of game up, full stop.
Even though I joke about the Nintendo 64 hardware from time to time, I actually like that console. But even I have to admit this game would have had a better chance of being localized if Hudson developed it for the PlayStation instead. Quirky Japanese games like this find more of an audience there. It was the PlayStation that got games like The Incredible Crisis after all. The graphics are fine for what type of game this is, but the user interface could have been better. It's alright when you're playing on the main game mode, but when you're checking the settings, tutorial and extras, they literally recycle the exact same terrible layout, which is just lazy and everything is organized the worst way possible. The music is fairly decent, the audio quality itself is above what is typical for the Nintendo 64, as expected from a Hudson soft game. This is another review for the review crew at the Retro Hangover Podcast Discord community, so I guess we have to rate this game. Since I created the channel, I'm in charge, and I choose to rate it first. Getarabu Chorenai Party Game Tanjo gets a 6 out of 10 from me. It's good for laughs the first couple times you play it by yourself, but it stops being fun or funny if you can't play with a friend or 3 after that.
1 million roses to all the girls in the world. Into this game, a 6.5 out of 10. I'm not docking points from me forcing myself to get the best ending, but it's a bit shallow on both fronts and it does get repetitive quickly. There are 60 topic balls to collect on top of all the 44 different events and 28 endings. No, I'm good.
The IP belongs to Konami now, and it's very unlikely this will see a release on other platforms, so play any way you can. Those are our thoughts about Gather Love for the Nintendo 64. If you have any experience playing it, go ahead and share yours in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Take care.
And if you enjoyed this video, remember to like it and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, see you next video and take care.